Hi, so welcome to your missed Zoom class video for Wednesday, January 27th. Couple announcements is what we're going to start with. So a reminder that your progress reports are due February 5th or Friday of next week. And you might notice that your Unit 4 periodic table test has been released back to you a little bit early, and know that you can retake any tests and things like that, right? So feel free to pause this video to go over these two things. I'm just going to go over them in detail. So if you're missing any assignments or things like that, know that if you double check the upcoming right-hand side on Schoology, right, there are two events that I created for Friday, February 5th. So this is when your progress reports are due, right? So one, since you got your test scores back along with your tests questions and which questions you got correct and incorrect for your Unit 4 exam, if you're not happy with your grade, you can always retake it, right? So if you follow these 4 steps listed here, there's a video on how to check your grade on Schoology, and then a video on how to go through the retake process for the test. So if these 4 instructions are confusing, I do a walkthrough video here as well. Know that I have released your exam scores back to you with the questions you got wrong, but I haven't given everyone feedback yet. I gave your test scores back early just because a couple of you were kind of anxious to get ready for the retake. And know that by Friday of this week, I will have feedback back for everyone. So what that means is if you get a question wrong, I'm going to have a written explanation or a video explanation of how to correctly solve that problem, right? Especially since your retake exam is going to be a little bit different, right? A couple of notes on the side. I don't have the retake ready yet, but it will be ready on Monday, February 1st. And again, a reminder, if you don't know how to solve a problem by checking your notes, I'm going to leave you with the feedback on Friday, January 29th. Right? And know that you can retake no matter what your grade. So even if you got an A minus and you're not happy with it, feel free to retake it if you would like. And then also a fourth reminder that if you retake before February 5th, I will have it updated for your progress report for sure. Right. Since progress reports are due next week on Friday, if you're missing a couple of homework assignments as well, know that the events underneath how to retake tests, how to make up assignments, if you click on this lists all the directions on how to make up any missing assignments. And just as usual, there's a video version of this as well. And I also reminded you that, hey, progress reports are due February 5th. Okie dokie. So for class today, there are 2 things we needed to learn. One, something called rule of zero charge, and secondly, how ionic molecules are named. So we started with a classwork, and then we did our Nearpods, and then third we did exit ticket, and then updating our chemistry progress tracker. So all the links you can find for today are located on January 27th Zoom-class links. Right, so our goal in Unit 5, so far we've learned how to draw elements with just their valence electrons. Our next step is going to talk about how they combine, and eventually when we learn about how they combine into specific shapes, we'll talk about why these shapes matter in terms of combining different flavors of different foods, right? So oftentimes molecules or foods that have the same shape molecules will taste good together. So, for example, honey and garlic both have this diethyl sulfide bond here. Right, so I have two sulfurs connected together, forming this kind of zigzag shape. And this is why honey and garlic taste good together, mainly because those flavors have this similar compound, right? And we'll also talk about how this ends up forming new viruses as well. So, in class, we talked about the classwork. So, to find your classwork, going on to the main page of Schoology, and scrolling down to our materials, you can either check in the week 4 folder, or you can check where it says classwork patterns and ionic bonding. So this is due at the end of today. So if you don't see this here, that means you need to go into the week 4 folder, January 27th, Wednesday class materials, where it says patterns and ionic bonding. Classwork is the heading. So for this classwork, our goal is to identify how ions combine to form molecules, right? So if you open this link on the Google form, we've kind of done this pattern recognition thing before, right? So I haven't taught you anything. All I did was give you a table regarding how these elements combine, or what the elements or ion lithium can combine with, right? So if you're feeling stuck on the questions, please watch this video first, and then scrolling down, after watching the video, go ahead and use the table above to help you identify the patterns. And again, don't worry if you get this wrong, because I just want to understand what patterns you notice. And if you're done, just go ahead and click submit. And then you can get a head start on lesson 5.2 and 5.3 on Nearpod, right? And for these particular questions, questions 1 through 6 on this Google form, I'm going to go over in detail how to solve something like this in Nearpod lesson 5.2. Right? So once you're done and have submitted this worksheet, go ahead and go back to the main page of Schoology. And either on the upcoming side where it says Homework, Unit 5, Molecular Structures, Lesson 5.2 and 5.3, or if you don't see it there, it might be past Wednesday or past Thursday, I should say. So down here where it says Homework, it's the same thing as I assigned it on this day. So Homework, Unit 5, Molecular Structures, Lesson 5.2 and 5.3. So these two Nearpods are here. Make sure to take notes on all items in red, and be sure to answer all questions to get full credit. If you don't remember how the note-taking system works, feel free to watch this video down below to help you out. Right. So once you've completed this, you can go ahead and complete the exit ticket and update your My Medical Chemistry progress tracker. So to do that, I'm going to go on the main page of Schoology again. Jumping into our Wednesday class materials, January 27, Zoom class links. If I click into here, I should be able to find the exit ticket down at the bottom. And if you also notice that all of the links to things we need for today and their due dates are also located here. All right, so if you want to find all the links in one place, they're also here. So once you complete the exit tickets, you're also going to update your progress tracker as usual. So if you click open this, and then go ahead and follow the directions where it says click view document, then edit document. So view document on the upper left, edit document on the upper right, and that will allow you to open your documents, which looks like this. Yours might be a little bit different from mine. So today on Wednesday, lesson 5.1 was due. So I'm going to check that completed. If I didn't finish, just leave it in progress. For lesson 5.2 and 5.3, if you click on in progress, if you're not done, these two are due tomorrow at the last 10 minutes of class. But again, if you finish these Nearpod lessons early, then you're going to get to log off early, assuming you understood those concepts and things like that. All right, but once you finish, go ahead and check completed instead. All right, the usual stuff. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at qquan@slusd.us. And that was pretty much it for today, Wednesday, January 27th.